Shalom from the Dome. Last week in Colorado politics was another wild one. There's a must-read article in the Greeley Tribune from this past Sunday profiling the merry band of very fine people who have come together to try and overturn the results of the governor's race from 5 months ago. You know, the one where Governor Polis beat Walker Stapleton by over 10 points. Some of the folks who are part of this recall effort, including registered filing agent Judy Spady, have a history of making anti-Semitic statements that should be unacceptable to anyone in Colorado. Spady posted that Israel did 9/11 and that the massacre that claimed the lives of 11 people in the Tree of Life congregation in Pittsburgh last October was a false flag, meaning it didn't happen. Another of the recall's leaders, Shane Donnelly, posted on Facebook that Hitler was good to the German people. Open anti-Semites are trying to recall the state's first openly gay and Jewish governor, and it isn't yet national news. That's astonishing. We hope at least the local press does a bit better. It's not always making the headlines, but a ton of really great stuff is happening in the legislature. In addition to the climate bill, we're going to clean up the oil and gas industry and allow local communities to set their own minimum wage. A study came out last week that says the new reinsurance plan for health coverage bores the heck out of people when you try and explain it. It could reduce premiums by over 20%, and now we've got your attention. These are popular bills that progressive majorities were overwhelmingly elected in 2018 to pass, and they're keeping their promises. Unfortunately, despite all the good things happening under the Gold Dome last week, most of the coverage was obsessed with the Republican minority losing their damn minds. On Friday night, the whole shut down the Senate strategy blew up in their faces too. After Republicans used another procedural tactic to force debate on the popular Extreme Risk Protection Order bill well past 9 p.m., it came out that 5 Republican senators had hopped in their cars and headed on home for the weekend, while the rest of the Senate was stuck making up for the hours of time the Republican minority has wasted obstructing the process. That's not how filibusters work.
Gee, Bill, you certainly have a lot of patience and courage.
State Patrol went to find and track down the 5 truant senators before Republicans admitted defeat and everybody finally went home. The crazy stuff Republicans are doing this year to obstruct bills that are gonna pass one way or another is unprecedented. But you look pretty silly calling for freaking recalls over legislation if you can't be bothered to stay and put up a fight past your bedtime. And finally, as I'm sure you all know by now, the Mueller report dropped right at the end of last week. We're all waiting to see what the conclusion of this investigation means for the future of our country, regardless of the fact that people are already reading way too far into it without even reading the thing.
Leo Johnson.
Unfortunately, Coloradans can't count on Senator Cory Gardner to hold Donald Trump accountable, having endorsed his re-election and voting for his fake national emergency.
We need border security. That's why
I voted for both measures today.
Despite the fact that the state dumped Trump's party in last year's landslide elections, no matter what the Mueller report says, and we're demanding the full report get released immediately without any kind of censorship by Trump's crony AG, it's too late for Gardner to save his already shredded reputation. In this constitutional crisis, Colorado and our country deserve better. And that's a wrap for last week in Colorado politics. Thanks again for helping share this weekly recap of the state's most important political news. Drop us a line, hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, or tell us what you think in the comments. See you next week.